But I need just maintenance. Good morning. Luckily not, it's too bad.
Take care of that.
Yeah.
I was nightmare with it a few years ago.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Committee on Public Services. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Present.
Commissioner Clemente,
Here.
Commissioner Baydoun,
He will be joining us soon.
Commissioner Palomero,
Here.
Chairman Recchi.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Are the tablets, are they working? They were?
Yeah, they're working. It is.
Okay. All right, next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
Okay. I have none. Next item.
C, approval of the February 24th, 2026 meeting minutes.
Oh, you did. Okay. All right. So, okay. So vote on your tablets about the meeting minutes.
Commissioner Kinlock. Motion carried.
Okay, next item.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Next one.
Item 1, under new business, forwarding the January 2026 report of all complaint calls made to 1-888 road crew.
Okay, any questions on the report? We'll take all of this at the end. All these items at the end. Okay, next item.
Item 2, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 3-year professional services contract with 2 one-year options to renew with LGC Global to continue to provide as needed pothole repair services using cold patch material.
Okay, someone here on this? Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Steve Shea, Division Director of Roads Maintenance. And I want to just take the opportunity just to let you know, this is Mrs. Rivers' replacement.
I'm Zena Ridley. Yes, I just started with the city of, the Macomb County, Roads Commission 65 days ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You started here 65 days ago?
Wayne County,
Wayne
with-
County.
Wayne County with roads.
Okay,
Tim McComb.
she did say.
Did I say Macomb? So it's a Freudian slip? A
I'm
Freudian
having, I'm
slip?
like,
I knew,
Freudian slip. I'm sorry, my apologies. Wayne County. Okay, thank you.
all right, welcome.
Thank you.
So, good morning, Commissioners. This contract, LVC is, one of the vendors, for our pothole, repair. As you know, this time freeze and thaw, cycles come in and there's just potholes everywhere. And, so we've had been put out numerous crews, as well as road maintenance, crews out to kind of fight, potholes.
Okay, so you're doing the road crew reports and
Yes,
you have crews out there
yes, ma'am.
looking.
Right. So sometimes vendor puts out 3 or 4 crews in addition to our crews.
Okay.
So we're trying to get a handle on these potholes that keep popping up.
It doesn't seem like it's as bad as it was a couple years ago.
Right, but the temperature here will quickly change
Yeah.
from being cold to up to 60, 70 degrees. And then rain doesn't help. Once the water penetrates the surface, freeze and thaw action, there it goes,
Yep.
the hole develop.
And it's supposed to start getting cold in the next couple days again.
Yes, ma'am.
Over.
They're talking about possibly snow, Thursday and this weekend.
Commissioner Clemente.
So just for my brain to learn something today, thank you, Madam Chair. So if there is a pothole and there's water standing, does that mean it's still frozen underneath? Somebody was explaining this to me.
Sometimes if if the temperature is really cold, that it could freeze in place. But most likely when they do go ahead and do the pothole, repair, they usually blow everything out and then make sure that the pothole's clear while they fill in the material.
Okay.
And then they leave it such that it's a little bit high. When cars drive back and forth over it, it kind of compacts it in place.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And then my other question was, I'm sorry, I did not get your name because I was focused on the other thing.
McComb.
It's not.
And what your type, what you
Sina Ridley. Currently, I'm the executive project manager for the roads division
okay.
with
thank
Wayne County.
you. Thank you. Thank
He's
you.
actually the replacement. Mazina is Robin Rivers, who retired.
Okay,
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
great. Anyone else? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Next item.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 3-year professional services contract with 2 one-year options to renew with Phoenix Environmental to expand fuel tank inspections, maintenance, and repair services to the Criminal Justice Complex in Jail Division 3 and for repairs to the fuel tank at the South Wayne Yard.
Okay,
So this company, again, Commissioners, again, Steve Shea, Division Director of Roads Maintenance. Phoenix Environmental is our fuel repair company that does our fuel tank inspections and maintenance and repair, which is something very critical to our fuel islands at various locations in our yards regarding roads.
all right. Anyone have a question on this? Okay, thank you, Steve. Are you the next one as well? Okay, Madam Clerk, could you read number 3?
Item 4.
4.
Requesting commission approval of a 5-year professional services contract with Southern Cleaning Service for janitorial and window cleaning services at the Central Maintenance Yard.
Okay, tell us about this and why it's retroactive as well.
So, I can speak to the fact that, this is a very important contract. This company, performs, cleaning services for, in the complex at CMY and the different districts, which is something, real critical to our operations, having, sanitized, restrooms and hallways and wiping down, make sure that everything, not contaminated or such. So I think it's, that's why we're here before you guys for approval.
Do you know why it's retroactive?
I would have to refer that to Miss Michelle.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Michelle Yancey, DPS admin. Sorry, I have a pause in my mouth. This is retroactive due to procurement soliciting this, and what had happened is that there were many cleaning requests at the time when this one was requested. We had CMY, we had FEO, which is our field engineering office, and we also had parks. So the file was transposed into another file. So our CMY cleaning was transposed into our FEO cleaning, the actual file itself, all the documents. So when I was starting this, I was like, wait a minute, this isn't for CMY, this is for FEO. So the buyer had misplaced the actual file for this. So we had the documents weren't even ready for me to process this. So it was a little confusion with the 3 different cleaning companies we had with the 3 different locations.
Okay.
And one of the files got transposed into another file, and then they had to actually go out for this one, which they thought they already did, but it was for FEO and
Okay,
it wasn't for CMY. So it was just a little confusion because we had 3 different solicitations going out at the same
Okay.
time for 3 different locations, and one of the files got transposed into the other file.
all right, thank you.
But we
Question-
could not have cleaning, I'm sorry, while this was a delay, because they clean our bathrooms, they clean the
Right.
offices, and,
Right.
this is the time of year where people catch colds and things like
Right.
that. So we just wanted to keep it sanitary.
All right. Any questions on that? Yes. I'm sorry? Yeah, we're on 4. Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a question?
I do.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Do they have local offices? Does this company, Southern Cleaning Service, have local offices?
Yes.
I looked, I could not find where a local office was for this particular company. Okay, if you can get that, I saw Florida. I saw that it originated in Florida, Alabama. Okay. And then, if you could say, were the services with the previous contractor in Ypsilanti, were they not satisfactory? Because I know this is I think it's called an IFP bid. And so typically you go with the lowest, there's $600, a little over $600. Was the company not satisfactory in terms of the work that they delivered from the previous company, previous vendor?
So the previous vendor, we did have some issues, Commissioner.
Okay,
Things weren't getting done like they were supposed to.
Okay.
There were areas that were being missed, especially in garbage pickup and some of the supervisors' offices. In addition to that, there were no wiping of tables. and-
okay.
So, I mean, it's.
Yeah, no worries. Thank
There
you.
were some issues with that, ma'am.
And then the last question around this one is the 5 years, is that typical? Is that what the last contract was for? 5 years seems like a long time.
Usually that's the maximum that we try to have a contract for. If it's like 2 years and like a 2-year initial contract with 3
Renewals.
renewals, or 3 years with 2 renewals. But the
Mhm.
maximum that procurement likes to have a contract for is 5 years. If
So-
it's not like a sole source or.
Okay.
outsource, yeah.
So this one is straight 5, no renewals. It's just straight 5. And so is there anything in place, going on previous comments, is there anything in place that if mid-year
Mhm.
you're not satisfied with the services, what recourse do we have?
We have a 30-day out.
Okay,
So we can give notification 30 days in advance and say that their services is no longer needed. We would then have to go out to bid for the next vendor, or ask if the next vendor in this solicitation
Mhm.
would still honor their pricing. And we can go to them
Okay.
and see if they would like to do the services. If
Okay.
not, then we go to the next one. If none of them, then we put it back out to bid.
Okay, but you can get out of the contract. Okay,
Yes,
Thank
there's a
you.
clause in there.
thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
No, we're not here for 5 too.
Okay. All right, next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 5, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a sole source contract with Safeguard Safety Shoe Co. to provide safety boots for the Department of Public Services employees per a collective bargaining agreement.
Okay,
Hello, Michelle Yancey again. Yes, this is a contract with Safeguard Safety for Shoes. The part of the CBA, employees are given a $200 voucher to buy boots and shoes that they need to do their work. So this is just a contract to honor that.
Okay, so they're given the $200. If they want a different boot, they can put in,
They can put in their own money if
Okay.
it goes above. If it goes below, then they don't receive any funds back.
okay.
But $200 does
But-
buy you really nice.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, sure.
Yes.
That's, any questions on this? Okay, yeah, $200. I bet the boots are very nice.
I wish I could get a voucher. Thank you.
You're liking those boots. Okay, next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 6, requesting commission approval of a cooperative agreement with Kirk's Automotive for Napa Auto and Truck Parts.
All right, who's here on this one? Good morning.
Good morning. Eric Ludwig, Assistant Division Director for Equipment, DPS. This is actually, we're requesting a continuation of our Napa contract to go ahead and provide us with aftermarket auto and truck parts. They are actually our main supplier for those.
Okay. So our fiscal group had mentioned that they thought this contract was too high. Did they talk to you about that?
No, ma'am. No, but that is actually pretty much, we use Napa for our automotive side,
Okay.
the heavy equipment side, the truck shop, and specialty. But mostly and anything else that we may need in the aftermarket section, which actually still provides a good quality product for us at a cheaper price.
Okay, so let me just expand on what they said. The department has only spent $628,000, a little over that, over the past 53 months, which is an average of $142,000 per year.
Yes, we're actually looking for a little bit more just based on tariffs, economy,
Okay,
and the way things are going, just to have that buffer just in case something happens in the world, so we can still, provide the equipment out to the team.
okay. All right, questions on this? Commissioner Clemente?
Okay, it just seems like what you said, like they're asking for a lot and only spent so much, but those are the reasons why you're doing that.
Yes,
Is
we-
that a normal thing that we normally do, ask for a lot more? Maybe somebody can weigh in from fiscal.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Okay, all right, yeah, sorry, Michelle just explained to me too that this is actually an on-demand purchases, so
So it's an up to type of thing.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did fiscal want to say anything?
Through the chair, even though it is an on-demand and they're asking for X amount, they just haven't spent that over the last couple years and the economy has kind of not changed. So we know it's not to exceed, but it's still a big ask and you haven't used these parts or spent these parts over the last contract or the last few years.
Yeah.
So it was just a concern for us. We know it's not to exceed, but you're still asking for a lot and you haven't purchased these parts over the last contract since I think 21. So over the last 5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
So we just wanted to put that concern
No,
out there.
I know, I appreciate that, and I think this group appreciates that. So we'll have to, go ahead.
So what, over the past 3 or 5 years, how much have they been spending?
Well,
I'm
oh, no,
sorry.
do you know? Oh,
No, ma'am, I
okay,
don't, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no, it says the average is 142,000 per year.
142,000. So why did you select such a high number, 800,000? For a little, yeah, if you don't mind drilling down a little bit more detail as relates to if you've been spending about 200,000, why the 800,000?
Yeah, just looking for, like I mentioned, the buffer and just to not to go ahead and have the equipment out of service, waiting on parts or trying to find a different avenue. So we just personally would just like to have just that there. And plus with some of the parts are more expensive for the different types of equipment. So if we're gonna start using them for maybe on the heavier side instead of just the auto with maybe just the sheriff's department or anything like that. So they will have price differences based on what we may need to acquire.
You want to have that cushion there to make sure that emergency vehicles and even just vehicles in general are able to immediately be able to be repaired without having to go through the whole process of
Yes, sir.
getting approvals. Okay, I
Yes, sir.
understand. Yeah.
Okay, and it looks like there's about 850 vehicles.
We have a rolling stock of roughly about 2,500 different items varying from the heavy dump trucks that we use for salt to the clerk vehicles and any types of like lawnmowers and blower backpacks that our forestry division uses. So a little bit of everything.
All right. Any other questions on this? All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Next item.
Item 7, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Livonia for traffic signal modernization at the 5 Mile Road and Levan Road intersection.
Is someone here on this? Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. Alan Coe, I'm the Assistant Division Director of Engineering. Item number 7 pertains to the intergovernmental agreement, which we call IGA, with the city of Livonia for the traffic signal modernization at 5 Mile Road and Levan Road. So basically this construction project costs about 319,000, which the federal is providing 317 and Wayne County is providing 79,000. And since City of Livonia is doing a project in the vicinity or in the area, we have asked them if they can do or incorporate this project into their project because it's more economical and practical to do that, which they agreed. That's why we have this drafted IGA.
Okay. So do you know when this is going to start? How long it takes to do this?
I'm not really quite sure because this is just a small portion of the project that they're doing, and I don't have their schedule.
Okay. Okay, with their schedule. That is it's good this is being updated because it has a lot of accidents in that intersection. So, okay, well, I can ask the city of Livonia. All right, thank you. Any questions?
I have.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I have item 8 and 9. So.
Okay. All right, Madam Clerk, could you read 8?
Item 8, requesting commission approval of a contract with the Michigan Department of Transportation for improvements to road intersections in 10 downriver communities and a shared use path for the Detroit River Downriver Link Greenways.
Okay, tell us about
Okay,
this.
this is another MDOT agreement for the improvement to the road intersection in 10 downriver communities. Again, this is a grant that we applied on behalf of the Detroit Friends of Detroit River because they're not Act 51, so we have to apply for grant on their behalf.
Okay. And I think it's listed what communities were involved in this. Yeah, anybody have any questions? My downriver friends? Joey, anybody? Okay, this will be great. Thank you. Okay, next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 9, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 3-year contract with the 1-year option to renew with Great Lakes Engineering to continue to provide engineering design services for the Northville Road Bridge replacement over the Middle Rouge River in Northville Township.
Okay,
Okay,
about that.
this amendment number 1 is for Great Lakes Engineering Group. Basically, it's just extending their contract beyond August 2026. Now it's going to be up to 2029. So
okay, so they're just doing the engineering services on this, right?
yes, they're doing a engineering design or design for the new bridge.
Okay, because that is, it's all cones right now. And it goes down to like a couple little lanes.
There's a lane closure on this project.
Yeah,
So
so that's going to be there for a while then.
yes.
Okay, So if they're just doing the engineering services and everything goes smoothly, when would you anticipate their start? Because I'm getting a lot of calls from that condo place that's right there. How long do you think that's going to take?
We have received a notification that the funding will be available sometime third quarter of 2027, second,
27? Okay,
and hopefully we can schedule it within year 2027,
okay,
which
all right.
is
No, I
next
appreciate
year.
that.
Next year.
Yeah, so, okay, good. At least I can tell them something with this. All right, any questions on this? Okay, next item, Madam Clerk?
Item 10, requesting
you.
commission
Okay,
approval.
thank you.
Requesting commission approval of retroactive amendment 1 to a 2-year comparable source professional services contract with a 1-year option to renew with Pipeline Management Company to continue to provide sewer jetting and cleaning services for the Rouge Valley sewage disposal system as needed.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Barrera. I'm the Assistant Division Director for DPS Environmental Services Division.
Okay, tell us about this and tell why it's retroactive.
So this is for pipeline management. They do sewer jetting and cleaning out of the pump drains to avoid flooding. And the reason why it's retro is because it went over the contract amount. The contract amount was for 180,000. And I believe it was like about 230,000 that was processed and paid on that for a couple reasons. The change into Oracle system, there was a big push to get fiscal year 24-25 invoices paid because of the audit. So those invoices got paid for 24-25. And then on top of that, the POs that switched over from JD Edwards into the new Oracle system did not go through the correct way. So some of them were like automatically put in, but not done correctly. And so they weren't showing up. So we had to get that cleared up. That would have avoided, obviously, us going over the 180 with the PO being in the system. It would have caught that. And now it's in the system. And then with this amendment, it'll be in Oracle system. And then on top of that, we could not stop any of the services because of the flooding issues. We needed to make sure that pipeline went out to clear those drains.
Okay, so is everything all set with Oracle with what you're doing?
Not everything. I mean, there are some issues still going on with Oracle. We are, the POs are getting in the system, and we are working with a lot of our vendors right now to make sure that, that they are pushing their invoices through the portal system beginning on April 1st. So, hopefully with this amendment, when the PO gets amended, the pipeline will be able to just submit through the portal
Okay,
going forward, and it'll catch anything. It will not allow us to go over the contract amount.
okay. Our commission counsel would like to weigh in on this.
Well, through the chair to this honorable body, and we had a contract similar to this a couple weeks ago. And I mentioned that there was another contract where it's not a matter of just being retroactive and overspending. They actually issued the payment. And that's a situation where you should never have a payment issue and there should be controls in place. I did follow up with M&B with regards to the two contracts, this contract and the prior one, and they indicated that they did a quick audit and they didn't find any other contracts where this had occurred. And I don't think as staff, if we noticed it, but I just wanted to bring to your attention that this is not just merely retroactive and overspending the contract approved amount. This is, we actually issue payment to the vendor for $49,000 over what was authorized. And again, it's one thing to be retroactive, but there are supposed to be controls in place that don't allow payments to be issued. But again, they've indicated not only the department, but M&B that it was a transition to Oracle issue, which hopefully won't occur again, and we won't have any future additional contracts.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Comments, questions? Okay, all right, thank you. Okay. Come to the end of the agenda.
We have an addenda.
Oh, the addenda, yep, sorry.
Item 11 on the addenda, requesting commission approval of amendment 1 to a 3-year professional services contract with a 3-year option to renew with Bill Jones Enterprises, Inc., DBA Metro Airport Truck, to continue to provide truck parts and repair services for the Department of Public Services.
Okay, someone here on this?
Hello again.
Hello.
Yeah. Eric Ludwig, Assistant Division Director, DPS Equipment. We're actually requesting a continuation of this contract with Metro Airport Truck. They are one of our main providers for our heavy truck repairs. We use them for suspension work, any other type of like a transmission issues, alignments, things like that. And we do use them for parts supplying when needed.
Okay. Hold on here. I'm having a hard time pulling up my. Okay, questions on this? All right. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Thank you.
Item 12, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a professional services contract with a one-year option to renew with Tetra Tech of Michigan to continue providing contractual services and expand engineering services for the rehabilitation design of 15 pump stations and new proposed design for 17 pump stations.
Okay, who's on this? Morning again.
Steve Shea, Division Director of Roads Maintenance. Madam Chair and Commissioners, this is a request to extend this contract to rehab design for the first 15 pump stations. Out of the 32 pump stations that exist in Wayne County, we selected 14 to 15 pump stations of the worst shape. So just to give you a little background about that, 3 of them already been completed. And 6 have already completed the design work, and there's 5 more in the works for the design to go through. The 6 that I just talked about, that's ready to go out for bid.
Okay.
Depending where we stand with budget and funding. And then the other 17 is going to be a future pump station, not tied to this contract. However, we are including SCADA initial setup for all 32 pump stations. SCADA is the supervisory control and data acquisition. What that does is now we don't have SCADA system in our pump houses currently. So what that does is that if there is an issue with a certain pump station, it will send out a message to our bridge unit, hey, there's some issue with the pump, or it'll send out a max message. So we know exactly where to go instead of having to drive around 32 pump stations, see where the flood is. This will tell you pretty much, if it's a pump issue or low voltage or too much water coming in. So, I mean, it's a great tool. We're trying to move up in life here and the 21st century, but definitely is needed, Commission.
Okay, so is that the SCADA part of this?
Yes,
Okay, so then you'll have all of the pump stations on that.
on that system,
Okay.
yes.
So this is for the 15, wait, let's see here, 15 pumps, and you're adding a new proposed design for 17 pump stations.
Right.
Okay.
So, right, exactly. But the SCADA initial setup is for all 32 pump
How
stations.
long will that take to get that?
That's going to take some time. But main thing is we're on the right track, moving forward with it. And it's something, definitely a tool. I know MDOT currently just got SCADA system in all their pump stations
Oh,
as
okay.
well, and generators. That's all part of different phases as we go along.
Boy, that'll make everybody's life much easier.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Questions on this? Okay.
Thank you very much, Commissioner.
Yeah.
All right. Now we've come to the end of our agenda. Did you already?
We have a motion by Commissioner Palomera and a support by Commissioner Clemente, and that's to receive and file item 1 and approve items 2 through 12.
Okay, any questions before we vote? Comments? Okay, please vote. I'm a yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Next item.
Moving back to the agenda. F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Okay, I've heard of none. Next item.
G, public comments.
Okay, public comments is for 2 minutes. We don't go back and forth with public comments. But do we have any, first of all, any emails?
No emails were received.
Okay, can you see anybody on Zoom?
There's no one on Zoom indicating that they would like to speak.
Okay, and anybody on the phone that would like to speak to the Committee on Public Services, go ahead. Okay, anyone here in the chambers that would like to speak? Sure, come to the chair because that other mic doesn't work. Good morning, and you have 2 minutes. And again, we don't interact back and forth. So go ahead.
Good morning, my name is David Radke, I'm from Van Buren Township. I'm just here, about all the dirt roads in Wayne County in general. The 2 townships directly next to me have filed public, safety emergency, forget the word. I've lived on dirt roads most of my life, used to the dirt roads, not being well this time of year. I'm here more long term. So I also live next to a drain, which I'm gonna pay 18,000. There we go. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Sorry
about that.
Sorry about that. Yeah. And, like Hubbard Drain, now I'm also part of that. So I'm gonna be paying $1,000 in taxes to have that cleaned out. And the common theme I heard, on one of the news reports, a guy said from some township, I lived here for like 40 years and 20 years ago, they used to come every year. They put gravel down, they put this down. They did a really good job on roads. We haven't seen nothing in 20 years. And I'd say the same thing about Hubbard Drain. So I'm more concerned, I know, I was speaking to the director of roads here before the meeting. I understand with the freeze thaw, man, there's not much we can do. I just have to drive 5 miles an hour and hope my car doesn't fall apart. But our concern is long term. Can the county get grants? I wasn't able to find any budgets since 2023 on the county website. So I don't even know how much money goes to the roads or specifically to gravel roads. And like I said, my big thing is I want to see stuff in paper. Like I started calling last year about our roads have not been properly crowned in several years. We have an issue where the water stops at the ditch because the grass is so high up, so the water can't go to the ditches. So I'm most concerned for all of us. Like I said, two townships just put out public service emergencies, and I am very concerned about a fire truck, a police car having to go down and to have to deal with somebody because the roads are so horrible. And I understand right now, again, short term, we're just got to kind of put makeup on it, fine. But what is the long-term solutions that we're doing? And knowledge is power. Like having something on the website, this road's being done today. This is our plan to do this. And again, with rain, snow, things can change, but stuff where we can actually go and read, hey, this is what they're working on. Hey, they're actually working on our behalf. We actually see they're doing something. That would be I'm more on a long term. Short term, I get it, but long term, what is the county doing? What is the commissioners doing? Have any of the commissioners even gone out and seen some more wonderful, beautiful dirt roads, just so you can understand, how things are.
Okay. Thank you. And I'm glad you were able to touch base with the roads director. Thank you for coming down. Anyone else? Okay, next item.
Adjournment.
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?